Kristen Balboni, Darren Gant here for another episode of The Hurry Up, where we talk about all the things that Panthers fans want to know, including how does Darren Gant get his hair so darn shiny? Darren.
It's a secret, and I've got some endorsement deals in the works that I don't want to reveal just yet. We got to talk sponsorship, make sure all that's lined up. But yes, mom is aware. She wants me to get a haircut.
Okay, but that was a hot topic, though, the shininess of your hair last week. So, all right, let's get into it, shall we?
Yep.
As of Monday, Darren, players are back in the building. Now, it's a slow rollout this time of the season. It's called Phase 1. So tell everyone what that means and what the guys are doing.
Yeah, it's like football again. I mean, guys are in the building, they're in the weight room, they're lifting, they're working out, they're running. There can be some degree of meetings. I mean, there's basically a level of install, not really install, but introducing guys to a new playbook. Augustus Stone wrote a story about Thomas Brown basically putting together a brand new playbook from scratch and how he did that. And he's giving that to those guys for the first time this week. So you get an introduction to the material. They won't be on the field really for a couple of weeks, but this is a good get-to-know-you chance. I mean, it had big first day of school vibes yesterday when they were in there for the first time because guys are hugging it up. You know, new free agents are seeing Frankie Luvu for the first time, meeting each other, hugging, dapping each other up, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of that going on, but it's real getting-to-know-you kind of stuff.
Yeah, no name tags, though, but maybe that's later on.
And some of these guys need numbers because you can tell there's a little bit of, hey, that guy's new.
All right, Darren, also in the building this week are some of the potential draft picks for those top 30 visits. First of all, who do we know that's been in the building? Who's coming?
Right. Anthony Richardson was here on Monday, Bryce Young on Tuesday. They're going to get into next week with Stroud and Levis. They're going to roll in next week for their chance. And this is just another opportunity to kind of continue on the big picture of all the evaluation they're doing on that number one pick. I mean, they've gone in depth on all these guys. They've been to all the pro days, you know, studied all the film. But this gives them a chance to get on the board. They're going to spend a lot more time talking football. They're going to spend a lot more time breaking down X and O stuff. There's going to be a period of install. They go back over it. They go back, have other meetings, and then they come back and do it again just to see what these guys are retaining and how they process information. So this is a lot more of the X and O football stuff. That's really the kind of stuff you're really interested to see. I still say this evaluation is mainly based on film and what you've seen these guys do on the field for the last couple of years. This is the chance to do those final little fine-tuning of your evaluation and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Another exciting step as the Panthers get closer and closer to draft night. So Darren, last week we talked about free agency and the additions that were being made, but we really talked about the offense. There have been a lot of moves made on defense, even continuing into this week. So what stands out to you in terms of the defensive additions?
I mean, I think first and foremost, we spent a lot of time on offense because there was so much of it.
There's just so much of everything.
Right. But defensively, I think the biggest thing for me was keeping Shaq Thompson around and renegotiating a contract to allow Shaq to hang around for another couple years. He provides some stability in the middle of that defense. I mean, when you're bringing in all new coaches, all new scheme, there's a lot of stuff spinning around. Having an old head like Shaq who can say, okay, here's what this means, here's where everybody goes, I think that's valuable. And having him around for another couple years helps everybody across the board in that defense because he's going to be the one in the middle making those calls and getting everybody on the same page. But beyond Shaq, you're able to line up in a 3-4 defense now by going out and signing linemen who played in that system in Shai Tuttle and Deshaun Williams, bringing back Henry Anderson, who's got experience playing that way, and some other moves. They can actually line up in that defense now, which is an important thing apparently. So, but they've had other additions. I mean, Von Bell comes in and gives them another experienced safety back there with Xavier Woods, and that kind of frees up Jeremy Chin to do a lot of different stuff. And Ejiro Avero's going to move him around, and he's going to do a lot of Jeremy Chin things, as you said. And so now they've got the liberty. Basically what teams want to do every year in free agency is fill in all the blanks on the depth chart. So you don't go into draft weekend as they've done in the past and say, oh God, we need 2 cornerbacks or we've got to have 3 defensive linemen to be able to line up. They've solved a lot of those problems, and now you can kind of take the best player available at 1, at 39, at 93, and all the way down the board.
All right, for Darren Gant and his hair, I am Kristen Balboni. We'll see you next week on The Hurry Up.